This is the spot that she has chosen, apparently. Well, it's a good time as any to introduce her. This is Ray, my little, almost 5-month-old corgi. Love her very dearly. Say hi, everybody. This is the daily struggle if she can't jump off the couch because I've enabled her so much to be carried off the couch that she now thinks that she can't jump. Which is fair, because she has little legs and a long back and I don't want her to hurt herself, but I'm also like, I get my arm workout in just from like carrying her. Let's get comfy. Not really sure what to do, to be quite honest, because it's been a year. I mean, for all of us, but it's been a year since I filmed a video and uploaded a video to my YouTube channel. I tell people all the time, I'm like, I used to be a YouTuber. Why can't I just start it again? Why do I talk about it in the past? Why can't it just be a, you know, whenever I want to do it thing? I promised myself that I wouldn't put so much pressure on myself when I make these videos. And then, unconsciously, that led to me not creating any content at all because I was like, oh, well, it's like no pressure, it's whatever, I have time, we're in a pandemic, I have lots of time. From October of last year when I filmed my last video, posted my last video, to June of this year, I truly had all the time in the world, right? Like I could have filmed a vlog every day, I could have filmed like random stuff that I was doing, but instead I chose to go inward and do a lot of reflecting and subsequently sleep a lot, which, you know, is great for like me as a person, but not great for like me as a creative content creator who likes to do this, right? Herein lies the issue I found is that like when I'm given all the time in the world to create content and do something I think I actually want to do, and then I don't do it, why can't I do it? I'm just yelling at myself via you guys and through a camera. That's fun. Let's start by talking about last year to now, since it's been a year. Have I said that it's been a year enough yet? Because it has. I moved out of New York at the end of March. It was just time for me to leave. I had been making plans to get out of New York City for almost a year and a half prior to that, maybe 2 years at that point. I had been working on this like grand plan to move to Toronto, Canada, and I had kind of like all of these different barriers put in front of me, right? Like I obviously am not Canadian. I do have a lot of like extended family and friends there, but like me, myself, and I can't just like go there and live there. I had to have some means of getting there, which required like a job or a visa or like all these different things. So at the end of October last year, I quit my job at a really, really pivotal point for myself because I felt like if I stayed at that job any longer, it was gonna crush my soul. And I can probably everybody I worked with can attest to the fact that like I was a miserable person. I was not happy. I would literally get up a minute before I had to leave to go to work, put my hair up, not put any makeup on, put zero effort in, and just like show up because I had to be there. And it was just so draining and terrible. The day I quit was like the most free I had ever felt. I walked down the street and I was like, I just started crying. And so I was like, and this is where my life starts. Well, I thought. After I quit my job, I immediately the next day got on a plane to Toronto and I was like, I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna find a job. I'm moving here in 2020. So I find this company who I really liked and I was like, this is awesome. They have like a need for somebody who manage all of their social media. I'd be just like super sick because like I already know everybody that works there. It seemed too good to be true because it was. Sadly, after like 2 months of being like strung along, right before Christmas, that job was just like pulled out from underneath me. And let me be quite frank, if I ever get another email when I'm applying for a job that says we've decided to go in a different direction, I'm responding back and saying like, I need to know which direction you went in. Did you take a right, a left? Did you make a U-turn? Like what happened? That was a tangent and a half. Anyway, from getting that rejection to January, I was like, cool, I'm gonna take the holidays off. I will like reassess in 2020 what I wanna actually do, like where I wanna be, how am I gonna get to Toronto, because that was like still the goal. So I went about applying for like different visas, ended up getting one, which would allow me to get there and find a job and like be in Toronto. And I was so excited. And then everything shut down. I didn't leave my apartment for 4 days before actually moving out because I was like so terrified. Nobody was like wearing masks or like social distancing, and so it felt very strange. But realistically, I was like, all right, I'm getting out anyway, like I might as well just move, you know, to my cousin's house ahead of time until I can move into my apartment in Toronto on April 1st. And then life was like, no, yet again, and the border between the US and Canada closed. That story was long, but it brings us to present day, which is I've been living with family in different states since March. It is now November. So what I'm doing now is just kind of like waiting to see if things are safe and when things calm down a bit more after this like second wave we're going through. And then obviously after that, I will try to make a move. But that's not to say that like my life isn't happening right now, right? Like I think that I say that a lot. Like I'm waiting for my life to start. I'm waiting for like this, and this to happen so that like my life can blossom and bloom and be like everything I want it to be. That leaves you like hoping for the future and not being present in the moment. And so I think that I have to stop saying that, but I also think that I already am by like my action. Which brings me to another topic that's on my mind. My last video also referenced the fact that like this isn't my real job. And that's, you know, sad and annoying, but like we can't all make a living off of like making videos in our living rooms or bedrooms or whatever it may be. But I still love YouTube. The ins and outs, the behind the scenes, the in front of the camera, whatever it may be, that's exactly what I want to do with the rest of my life. I don't know if it's like the person-to-person aspect or like the storytelling aspect or whatever it may be. I've always loved YouTube and loved creating videos and loved being in front of the camera, behind the camera, around people who are on camera, around other people who have no idea what YouTube is, and I can teach them everything I know. And it's just like something I want to do for the rest of my life. I keep saying it. Why can't I? Why? So like if I have the opportunity to like do it in this form, I'm gonna freaking do it. Let me just take a sip of seltzer. I'm getting pretty parched over here. And I have become that person that also drinks a shit ton of LaCroix. And I also have a glass straw because I'm turning into this person. But I love her. She's a great person. Some good things in 2020. I have a dog, I'm healthy, my family's healthy, everybody I love is healthy, everybody I love is safe. So that's, you know, like something that not many people got out of this year and can ask for from this year. I know that this year has been incredibly hard for people, and people are saying that like 2020 is the worst year ever. And for a multitude of reasons, it has been. It's been a terrible year, but at the same time, are we not seeing everything clearly? Like that's what my whole like touchback has been, is that like 2020 is the year that like I'm seeing everything clearly. Like we're seeing all of the flaws in our like government, we're seeing all of the flaws in our healthcare system, we're seeing all the flaws in humanity. And so we just kind of have to like skim it off, not allow that to continue anymore, and start new and start rebuilding and restructuring the way that we want our lives and our country and our world to be. I don't really think I have a roundabout way of ending this. I think that this is probably one of those like stream of consciousness videos that I've done before, and I just kind of like say what's ever on my mind, and then you guys tell me if it resonates with you or not. Now that I've rambled and, you know, talked your ear off about my 2020, let me know how you guys are doing in the comments below. Let me know how your life has been this year. The camera cut me off when I was signing off, so everybody is tired of me. Anyway, what I was saying was, before I was so rudely interrupted, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.